So a guy has two graphics cards over here. The GeForce RTX 3070 XE3 Ultra from EVGA and the 3070 Ti for the Win 3 Ultra. Two great cards, and I mean, obviously this one is way faster, or pretty much faster than this one. I mean, it's got better memory action going on. That's nice. Beefier, cooler. That's also cool. So yeah, and it says Ti, so because it says Ti, you know it has to be faster. But anyways, but what if I told you that this card right now is worth more than this card, and this card could actually get you this card and maybe some profits? Maybe. Or this card could trade you for an even better card. Let's talk about that. This is kind of interesting. So now this is not going to be a comparison of these two cards. I mean, obviously this one is faster than this one, beefier, cooler, GDDR6X memory versus the standard GDDR6 memory. Obviously, I mean the TI, higher core clocks and all that good jazz. So we know that's going to be faster. And in case you're curious, I mean, expect a 10 to 15% increase from this card to this card, primarily because we're going from an XC3, which is clocked lower, to the 4 Win 3 that's clocked higher, and memory and all that good stuff. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about the value propositions of this. So if you've kind of been around for the last year or two and you know everything that's going on, you notice that we've had a crippling GPU shortage and has been kind of hard on everybody. I mean, buying the best graphics cards is kind of next to impossible, and when you can find it, it's usually a crazy markup price. I mean, you're talking about 50 to 60% more than what the MSRP is. I mean, a perfect prime example would be that the MSRP of this card right over here is $600, but yet it sells for about $900, sometimes more, and even more than that, which we'll get to that. And this one sells for about $800. And you're probably going to end up spending about $1,000 to $1,100, just depending on where you get it from. eBay and even some local businesses have been kind of feeling this in the same sense, and the fact that, yeah, they could get these cards, but they're also having to pay markups because of the supply, demand, chip shortages, blah, 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 all that stuff. So, yeah. And what has kind of made this thing worse is that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum have been absolutely booming throughout 2021. I mean, driving hordes of GPU miners, just the hordes of just coming in, of grabbing these cards and getting it so they could mine crypto coins and turn a nice profit. And sometimes farms, they'll make their own farms composed of rows and rows and tons of GPUs, and they just buy it up, and that doesn't help the chip shortage and everything that's going on. So, you know, crypto miners have kind of been hurting us a little bit, but you know, we might have a way to kind of get back a little bit at them and take advantage of their need to stay lucrative. So hold on. So what happened? NVIDIA decided to apply LHR. What is LHR? That means light hash rate. And pretty much this started in May of 2021. And if you had a card purchased prior to May of 2021, you're not going to have a light hash rate card. For the most part, if you're a miner, you want the non-LHR cards. And this is what makes these things, especially this right here, worth a lot of money, if you see where I'm going with it. So pretty much is the light hash rate technology that NVIDIA uses puts a strict limit on mining performance of these GPUs, and that the card detects that they're being used for Ethereum and cryptocurrency and automatically halves the hash rate. The hash rate is the speed at which cryptocurrency miners operate. That's where these cards come in, and well, guess what, guys? If you're a crypto miner and you're getting these LHR cards, you are going to take a cut at what the value of is, and not to mention the resale value. So we'll talk about that. So I bought this card, which is the 3070, and I purchased this about, I would say, January, maybe February of this year. It was early this year, definitely before May. And if you look at the part number, and the reason why I'm using EVGA is because the local supplier where I buy cards, I don't mind by no means. I'm going to put that out there. I don't mind. I just like to game. I like to game. The end. So this card right over here ends in KR, which means that the KR means is that this is the non-light hash rate. Okay. This card, the 3070 Ti, ends in KL, which means this one is the one that's modified for light hash rate. So what does this mean for those of us who don't mind, and how can we kind of take advantage of this? So I'm going to give you a kind of quick story and scenario of how I've actually been able to take advantage of this and how you too might be able to take advantage of it. So I purchased this card, and it's the non-light hash rate variant of this. I went to my local store and they had this in stock, and I picked it up because the price was very fair. So I went over there, picked up one of their cards, and very excited because using this one, I didn't get the performance I expected and needed out of it, but I think this one will meet the need. But there's a reason why I bought this. Here's why. I had this card and I started looking on the whole eBay, Amazon, eBay and Facebook, and then I realized that this card is going for ridiculous money, and I actually have a trade at the end of this video for this card, but I do want to show you this. So I'm on eBay right now, and hopefully this comes in decent on the camera, but if you take this product SKU or product number, the KR variant, I already went ahead and typed it into eBay and just kind of see the card is selling, and this is the, where is it? Right over there. KR. $1,000, $1,300, buy it now. Okay, $1,300, buy it now. But check this out. 3070 XC3 Ultra, 8 gig DDR6, the same SKU I have, the KR non-LHR. The bid is going for $1,136. 22 hours left till it's done. Okay, well, how common is that? This one over here is going for $1,255. The same one I have over here. Now, of course, this one is selling quicker because the seller has better ratings and they've been an older seller. So that kind of helps make it, it kind of makes your card easier to sell for a higher price. And then if you're looking at it, $1,900 for the non-LHR, I mean, $1,500, and people are buying this up. Well, the miners are buying this up left and right because this card is more profitable compared to the LHR cards. So now let's take this same card and let's change the SKU. So on these with the EVGA, KR is the non-light hash rate, KL is the light hash rate. We come back over here, check out what these cards are going for. Still expensive, still scalper prices. $1,000, $1,100, $1,100, $1,000. So you're talking about a $200 difference, and those are the buy it nows. Now we got $950. So you're talking about $200 more, maybe $300 more, just because this card is better for mining. So now check this. Here's a third one that's pretty interesting. 3070 Ti for the win. Look at what it's going for. $1,100. This one is going for $700. Nice. $1,100, $1,000. So technically this card is selling for $1,200. This one is selling for $1,100, and honestly you could probably get it for about $1,000 right now if you pay the scalper price, or $900. But yeah, you're talking about a $200 to $300 difference just because this one can mine and this one doesn't. And another trend that I'm seeing on the Facebook marketplace is there are people actually willing to trade lower tier cards that are non-LHR for LHR cards. In fact, once we're done with this video, I have a guy who wants this card and who is trading me another 3070 Ti, just like this one, for this one. And I said, yeah, sure. I'm not a miner. I'm not taking advantage of the economy by no means and scalping and all that, but I'm getting a 3070 Ti, which it's crazy how I'm trading a 3070 for a 3070 Ti. In fact, I've seen people trade 3060s for 3080 Ti's and 3070s for 3080 Ti's, primarily because they are looking for a non-light hash rate card. Guys, it's a crazy market that we live in. So guys, to kind of wrap up this video, if you have a card that is a non-light hash rate card, it might be your chance to see if somebody's looking to take that card and upgrade you to something better because of the demand. Not only that, if you're looking to sell it, now's the time to sell it because it has more value, which I'm not encouraging scalping by no means, but just something to think about it. Those miners, you know, they've kind of hurt us a little bit, but the best way is that we have something that they want. If you purchased it before May of 2021, let them pay the premium for it. Yes, granted, in the long run, they probably will make it, but cryptocurrency is volatile, and to me, I mean, I don't feel comfortable taking a chance, nor do I know enough to take a chance on it, but I'm a gamer, and most of you guys who watch my channel, we're all gamers. This might be our way to kind of get our feet wet into a decent graphics card, or better yet, upgrade our current low-end 30 series card to something a lot higher. So food for thought. So guys, I hope you found this video informative. You know, my recommendation is that you really need to spend some time on social media, on Facebook and eBay. I spend a lot of time on Facebook and eBay, and I get to study the market and what it's doing. And right now, the market that we're in, non-light hash rate cards is really what's selling and what's really helping people to get better cards. I was able to trade this for a 3070 Ti, which I'm going to do after this. But speaking to a couple of buddies and friends of mine who are also big into gaming and stuff like that, I had a buddy last week who traded a 3060 for a 3080 Ti just because a guy is just big on building his mining rig. And other people I've known that have gone from 3070s to 3080 Ti's and vice versa. I know one guy who traded three 3060s non-light hash rate for a 3090 or something to that effect. Something to that effect. No, not 3090, a 3080 Ti. So I mean, there's a lot of different options out there. There's a lot of opportunities, and this might be the one that works for you. And not to mention that if you really want to get into this whole scalper thing and kind of take advantage of the market as well, then go ahead and take your 3070. I paid $650 for this a couple of in January. I could probably sell it easily for $1,300 if I wanted to do that, but I'd rather just trade it for a 3070 Ti, make sure my buddy has a good card, and now I have my good cards to play with. So like I said, this was not a review video on these cards, but just kind of to point out something in the market that you guys might want to be aware of, and that might benefit you one way or another. So guys, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this crazy markets and things that you're seeing, trends that might be helpful to either myself or others that are just trying to figure out how to go through this GPU shortage. If you like this video, definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you're not, and as always, we'll see what we come up with next.